thesis is entitled Motivation, Needs and Problems of the Learner of Italian as a Second Language L2. It is organized into 4 chapters: Introduction to Language Learning, Motivations for Studying Italian, Learner's Need, Analysis of questionnaires in the appendix carried out in Italian and English using Google Forms. In the first chapter, we deal with the most evident changes in Italian over the various years, which have affected not only books, but also theater, music, literary works, television news, and so on. Going through various dossiers that inform us about the ratio in numbers between Italians and foreigners in Italy, we come to define the difference between second language, first language, and mother tongue. We continue by defining the fundamental elements of language acquisition, namely phonology, grammar, lexicology, and pragmatics. After having explained the differences between guided and autonomous learning, having defined the concept of input, intake, and output, and having made a brief historical excursus of the learning process used up to now, we focus on the variety of operative contexts defining the difference between Italian as a foreign language, Italian as a second language L2, Italian as a language of origin or ethnic language LO, and Italian as a contact language. In the second chapter, we study where the desire to learn Italian originates from the past until today. We define motivation as energy that drives the learner to learn and classify it into individual, group, internal, external, intrinsic, extrinsic, outcome, and carrot and stick. Motivation is influenced by several factors such as personality, anxiety management, social distance, learning speed, cognitive style, intelligence, empathy, attitude, and age. In the third chapter, we discuss the learner's needs, which are divided into BICS and CALP. Then, we classify the profiles into adult foreign immigrant in Italy, child from an immigrant family in Italy, immigrant wishing to acquire a language certificate in Italian, young foreign learner in the country of origin, learners embracing student mobility programs or wishing to study at an Italian university, elderly in their country of origin, learners of Italian origin immigrating abroad, foreign prisoner in Italy, seminarians, or those embarking on another religious career. Through the 3 criteria of duty, need, and pleasure, discover the relationship between motivation, need, and emotion. In the last chapter, we know the influence of the first language, L1, on the second language, L2, known by the interviews on learning Italian. Then, we analyze in detail the needs and problems of the respondents to the questionnaire, outlining differences and similarities between their mother tongue and Italian. From the surveys of the motivation, we note that out of 13 respondents, most of them started studying Italian either because they lived in Italy or because of a cultural motivation. Everyone has chosen to study it and no one has been forced by their parents, differing from the past. They outline the difficulties the students of TUR Temple University, where the candidate has carried out tutoring internship, reason that has given rise to this thesis. In conclusion, we talk about the European Language Day on 26th of September and the Week of Italian Language in the World that exists from 2001. Then we mention the recommendation 814 adopted by the Committee of Ministers on 24 September 1982 in the conference Vivre le multilinguisme européen. We have done a lot using education and creativity as instruments, but we have to learn how to build our new future.